Tonight's bedtime story is The Sleep Machine by Karina Price. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, lived a girl named Sydney. She was a friendly girl and loved spending time with her pet animals. She had a long-eared black rabbit called Buster, a bushy-tailed tabby cat called Betty, a 10-year-old turtle named Billy, and a rescue dog called Benji. Sydney loved everything beginning with the letter B. Playing with a bat and ball, blowing bubbles, bouncy castles, and balloons. She was especially excited about something else that begins with a B, and it's something Sydney celebrates once a year. Can you guess what it is? That's right, her birthday, and her next one was coming up in 5 days. In fact, Sydney was so happy about her birthday in 5 days' time that it was all she could think about day and night. She knew it was going to be the best birthday ever. She was going to invite all her friends to her birthday party, and there would be a huge chocolate birthday cake covered in yummy blue icing. Sydney hoped she would get a new blue dress and a glitterball Barbie, and perhaps a glow-in-the-dark bouncing ball. Sydney loved thinking about her birthday, and this was a little distracting at school. She tried super hard to concentrate during her lessons, but she found herself daydreaming about her brilliant birthday plans, and she began to write a list of all the fun games she would play at her party. Just as she was carefully writing her list, her teacher, Mrs. Wigglebottom, noticed what Sydney was doing and said, "Sydney, I know you're excited about your birthday, but I need you to pay full attention to your schoolwork during lesson time. You can think about your birthday later." Sydney apologised and put her list away. She would work on it later. She had lots of birthday plans to make. She did her best to concentrate on her schoolwork, but the thought of her birthday was never far from her mind. Later that day, Sydney was in her garden, playing ball with her dog, Benji. She was telling him all about her birthday plans and what it was going to be like when she turned 7. Sydney said, "Benji, it's going to be so much fun because when I turn 7, I'm going to be 1 year closer to being a grown-up, which means I can make very important decisions. And I have already decided that I'm going to be able to eat as many sweets as I want, whenever I want to." Sydney smiled at her lovely dog. "When I'm bigger, I'll go to bed at whatever time I want to. Bedtime's is so boring because all I do is sleep when I could be having lots of fun playing with you and Buster, Billy, and Betty." Sydney continued telling Benji about all the fun things that would happen when she was 7 years old, and he gladly listened, wagging his long golden tail and jumping up to catch his ball at every opportunity. Later that evening, after her bedtime story, Sydney's dad dimmed her bedroom lights and tucked her into bed. He said softly, "Snuggle down now, Sydney. Good night. Sweet dreams." He kissed her good night. "Good night, Dad. See you in the morning." She smiled excitedly as she remembered there were only 5 more sleeps until her birthday. As Sydney lay in her bed, cuddling her fluffy bear, Bo, she started to think about her birthday. She thought about her birthday cake and wondered how big it would be. Maybe it would be the biggest birthday cake in the world, as tall as a house and covered in superhero figurines with flashing lights, and maybe every slice of delicious cake would be a different flavour. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, rainbow delight. Yum. How scrumptious. She smiled as she continued thinking about the cake. A while later, Sydney looked at her Barry the Lamb bedside clock and realised she had been thinking about her birthday cake for over an hour. She knew she should go to sleep because it was school the next day and she didn't want to be tired and sleepy during her lessons. Sydney gently closed her eyes and settled down into her cosy bed. She cuddled her soft, fluffy bear, Bo. She was so very cosy in her bed and so very relaxed. She told herself that as soon as she fell asleep, she would be one day closer to her birthday. That lovely thought made her relax even more. But just as Sydney started to relax more and more, she suddenly wondered whether she would get the best birthday present in the world, a baby bunny, a little playmate for her rabbit Buster. The thought was so big in her mind that it was all she could think about. She became more and more excited as she imagined what it would be like to receive a fluffy bunny for her birthday, and how lovely it would feel to hold the cute baby in her arms. Sydney was so happy about the little bunny that she just couldn't sleep. It was getting later and later, and all she could think about was her birthday cake, party games, presents, and all the fun things that she'd be able to do when she turned 7. She knew she had to try her best to settle down and go to sleep. Sydney's dad came into her bedroom to check on her. When he noticed she was still awake, he said, "Sydney, it's way past your bedtime. It's time for you to go to sleep now." "I have an idea. This always worked for me when I was your age. Focus on your Barry the Lamb bedside clock, and in your head, count every time that Barry jumps over the clouds. As the seconds pass by, and with every number you count, you will feel more and more sleepy." Sydney said that sounded like a great idea and she would try it. Sydney settled down and got nice and comfortable. As she rested her head on her pillow, uncrossing her legs and resting her hands on her belly, she began to count. 1, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. 2, noticing the feeling of her body resting there on her bed. 3, feeling more and more relaxed with every number. 4, nice and easy. 5, her eyes feeling so relaxed, knowing it's okay to close them for a moment or two. 6, no need to try to fall asleep. Her body knows when it's the right time to fall asleep now. 7, safe and sound. 8, nice and relaxed. 9, relaxing more and more. 10, her eyes feeling heavier and heavier now. Sydney noticed that she felt nice and relaxed, and it felt so lovely and cosy as her body sunk into her bed, like a great, big, warm hug. Her eyes started to slowly close, and she could feel herself just about to fall asleep and enter a lovely dreamland. But just as Sydney was about to go to sleep, she wondered whether her parents would remember to get her a big blue birthday badge, as she was keen to wear it to school on her birthday. Sydney's eyes opened wide and she sat up and started to jot notes down in her birthday notebook. Before she knew it, she was all excited and wide awake again. What would help her get to sleep? Just then a super-duper awesome idea popped into Sydney's head, and she knew what would help her to feel ever so relaxed and sleepy. She was going to create a dreamy sleep machine, and it would make her fall asleep very quickly. She picked up her green and blue dinosaur book and began to swiftly scribble in it. After a while, Sydney placed her notebook and pencil down beside her and smiled. She had designed her super dreamy sleep machine, and all she had to do was build it without waking up her parents. And with that, Sydney hopped out of bed and began building her sleep machine. She quietly tiptoed around the bedroom, gently gathering all the special things needed. 5 cuddly teddy bears, 3 bedtime storybooks, 2 snuggly throws, 1 large soft lavender sleep pillow, 10 dreamy glow-in-the-dark stars, her box of happy memories, and her special relaxation box. Sydney carefully balanced all her sleepy things onto various boxes, gently stuck them all together, and quietly sprinkled rainbow glitter on top. And just like magic, she had created a fabulous sleep machine. Sydney picked up her teddy bear and whispered to him, "Right, Bo, my wonderful sleep machine has 4 different dreamy levels to help me feel lovely and relaxed. I'm looking forward to drifting into a wonderfully relaxing deep sleep, happily dreaming of my amazing birthday. Let's get started." Sydney carefully stepped into level 1 of the sleep machine. It was like a snuggly den. 2 soft, blue snuggly blankets lined the floor, along with 2 lovable bears. The warm yellow glow of the moon-shaped fairy lights made it feel especially cozy, and the soothing lavender pillow helped to calm Sydney's busy birthday thoughts. She said, "Ah, I feel so relaxed and happy here, Bo. I'm going to try my best not to close my eyes and fall asleep too quickly, as I really want to show you the next level, Bo. Try not to fall asleep now." Sydney started to feel very sleepy, and just as she was about to fall into a deep sleep, the sleep machine started to make some very strange noises. It was burping and hiccuping very loudly. Sydney wondered where the noise was coming from. "Burp, burp, hiccup, hiccup," grumbled the sleep machine in a deep voice.
Excuse me, but I always have a funny belly whenever I drink too much milk.
Sydney looked at her teddy bear and told him she must be dreaming because her sleep machine was talking to her. The sleep machine spoke again and said,
I am a talking sleep machine. I'm not really allowed to talk as I might keep you awake, but I heard it was your birthday soon. I'm very excited about this. Shall we discuss your birthday plans?
Sydney shook her head and told the machine she had created it so that she could fall asleep nice and easily. She picked up the remote control and turned down the volume on the machine. Sydney then picked up Bo and they carefully climbed up to the second level of the sleep machine. She told the bear he was going to love the next level because she had made it especially for him. The next level was a dreamlike place with glittery glow-in-the-dark stars and a calming bedtime story playing in the background. Sydney cuddled Bo and placed a soft weighted blanket over their legs and belly. She noticed the soft feeling of her body relaxing into the surface underneath her. Yawned Sydney. I can't stop yawning. It feels so safe and relaxing here. My legs are starting to feel heavy and relaxed. My arms are feeling heavy and relaxed, so nicely relaxed. But I wouldn't want to go to sleep too quickly now, as I want to show you the next level, Bo. Ah! Just then the sleep machine started to shake and vibrate. It made Sydney wobble all over the place. She didn't know what was happening. The sleep machine continued to wiggle and shake, and the calming bedtime story switched off, and noisy party music bellowed out of the speaker instead. The sleep machine began to cheerfully sing, If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Sydney politely asked the machine to stop singing and said she was trying to fall asleep. The machine stopped singing and said,
I'm so sorry. I noticed that you were feeling more and more tired, and your eyes were gently closing, and you looked so nicely relaxed. And then I suddenly thought of your birthday. I couldn't resist having a little dance. Would you like to have a boogie with me? It will be fun.
No, thank you, Sydney replied. It's time to settle down and go to sleep now. I'm going to turn off the party music and switch off the boogie button. It's sleepy time now. Sydney gently picked up Bo and slowly climbed up to level 3 of the sleep machine. Okay, Bo, this is the happy memory level. Let's have a look at the special book that I've made with all my happy memories in it. Sydney put the bear on her lap and opened her happy memory book. Inside it were pictures she had drawn of her family, her friends, and all her pets. There were also some photographs her parents had taken of the special times in her life. Photos of her previous birthdays, days out with her family, sunny days in the garden with her friends, and lots more. Her favourite picture was one of Bo that she had made when she was only 3 years old. She had received Bo as a birthday present and had fallen in love with him as soon as she'd seen him. She still loved her fluffy teddy bear with all her heart, and seeing the picture in her book made her feel all warm and peaceful inside. She looked at Bo and could tell he was feeling the same way too. Sydney and Bo looked at more pictures of all the happy times in their lives. Sydney felt more and more happy and warm inside, and sleepy too. She began to yawn. Sydney put the book down and wrapped Bo up in a fluffy blanket. She cuddled him gently. She loved him so much. Thinking about her family, her friends, and her lovely pets made her relax. She kissed Bo on the tip of his nose and told him it was time for sleep now. Sydney noticed the top of her head felt lovely and relaxed, and then she felt a calm, warm feeling moving down to her shoulders, down her back and belly, relaxation moving all the way down her arms, hands, legs, feeling nice and relaxed all the way down to her feet and toes, feeling so nice and relaxed. Her eyes were starting to feel heavier and heavier, and she was enjoying the feeling of drifting and dreaming, drifting and dreaming. Sydney was just about to go into a wonderfully deep sleep when suddenly she heard a peculiar rumbling noise. "Oh my goodness, what is that silly noise, Bo?" asked Sydney sleepily. Sydney was very puzzled as she had no idea where the noise was coming from. The funny noise sounded out again, and Sydney knew where it was coming from. It was the sleep machine yet again. She quietly called out to the machine and asked it to be quiet. The machine giggled and said, "Sorry, but I couldn't resist trying out some new funny sounds. Shall we do silly voices at your birthday party next week and make your friends laugh? It will be so much fun." "No, thank you," Sydney said sleepily. "I really want to go to sleep now, and I'm feeling nice and relaxed and so sleepy. And you keep doing silly things and stopping me from going to sleep now." "I'm so sorry," the machine said. "I promise not to tease you and Bo again. Settle down now and close your eyes. But try not to go to sleep too soon, as you still have Dreamy level 4 of the sleep machine to experience. And I have heard that this is where you can easily fall asleep now. No need to rush. Simply close your eyes and settle down, and your body will help you to relax when the time is time. No need to try. So safe here,
gently relaxing into your bed now. Even though Sydney was feeling ever so tired now, she was super keen to show Bo the sleepy machine's Dreamy level 4. She told Bo he would love the next level because it was a special place where you could program the machine to give you wonderful dreams. And those dreams could take you anywhere in the world, even up to the stars in the night sky. Sydney gently picked up Bo and drowsily walked up to Dreamy level 4. It was a blissful colour of the night sky, lots of purples, midnight blues, and the multicoloured patterns of a lava lamp as it leisurely swirled around and around, around and around. It's so nice and peaceful here, Bo. All we need to do is lie down and think about what lovely dreams we would like to have as we sleep now. As Sydney relaxed amongst her soft teddies, snuggly blankets, and relaxing pillows, she started to think about all the wonderful things that she loved, beginning with her favourite letter B. I'd really love to dream about all the things that make me happy, beginning with B. My favourite bear, Bo, Benji, the dog, Buster, the rabbit, Betty, the cat, Billy, the turtle, playing bat and ball, blowing big bubbles. And as Sydney began thinking of all these wonderful things, she started to feel more and more sleepy, and her eyes started to relax, and she slowly started to fall asleep now, nice and relaxed. But just as Sydney was falling into a wonderful, dreamy sleep, the sleep machine couldn't resist waking her up. Birthday, birthday. You were thinking of all the wonderful things beginning with the letter B, and you forgot birthday. Oh, I do love this letter game, said the sleep machine cheerfully. Sydney suddenly woke up, and she wasn't impressed with the sleep machine at all. She said, Right, that's it, sleep machine. I have given you so many chances, but every time I get nice and relaxed and feel so sleepy, you do something silly. I'm going to pack you away and go to sleep in my cosy bed now. Please, don't pack me away. I promise not to be silly anymore, pleaded the sleep machine. But Sydney didn't listen to the sleep machine, as she was feeling ever so tired and sleepy now. So she carefully packed away her sleep machine and said it could come to her birthday party and entertain her friends with its fun, silly games. Sydney then slowly climbed into her bed
and snuggled under her blanket, cuddling Bo. She happily rested her head on her pillow and continued to think about all the things that made her happy, beginning with the letter B, and her eyes gently closed as she restfully drifted into a wonderful dream. She dreamt of opening her birthday presents and having lots of fun with her friends, playing party games and eating lots of delicious birthday cake. Sydney also dreamt of her sleep machine, dancing and singing and making her friends laugh at her birthday party. What a wonderful dream. So nicely relaxed, safe and sound. Good night, Sydney. Good night, Bo. Now we are sailing into a soft and peaceful sleep. Feel the soft and cozy support of your bed. Feel the way your body, heavy and happy with sleepiness, is being carried upon it. It is as though you are being carried on gentle ocean currents, on the rising and falling of waves. Feel how they are lapping gently beneath you, bearing you into the land of sleep. These waves carrying you are deep and gentle like our breath. Breathe with the waves. Breathe in and out. In and out they go. In and out. In and out. Close your eyes. Let your eyelids be heavy. Let your whole body relax as you sail into sleep. Feel your arms soft and heavy, and your legs and feet soft and heavy too. Let's pay some gentle attention to how our bodies are feeling. Keep your eyes closed and let your mind come unhooked from your head. Your mind is a magical thing. It can stay inside your head, or it can travel all around your body like a little person wandering around a house to check that all is well. Let your mind travel first to your breath. Feel the breath moving through your nose. Feel the breath moving into your chest or into your tummy, making it rise and fall, rise and fall. Good. Just focus on your breathing. That's wonderful. Now let your mind float down from your breath. Let it travel down one of your arms. Feel the sensation in your arm. feel how it is heavy on the bed, or maybe soft tucked underneath your head as you sleep. Let your mind travel down your fingers. First, let your mind wander down to the tip of your thumb. Now down your first finger. Now your middle finger. Now your ring finger. And last but not least, your pinky. What does it feel like at the end of your pinky? Bring your mind back up to your breathing and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're traveling with our minds all the way down our other arm. Let your mind go down each of your fingers on that arm. First, let your mind wander down to the tip of your thumb. Now down your first finger. Now your middle finger. Now your ring finger. And now your pinky. Very good. Now let your mind come back to your chest and let it sit there, soft and heavy, right where your heart is. If you let your mind rest there, you will even be able to feel the gentle beating of your heart. Do you know what your heart says as it's beating? It says, I love, I love, I love. That's what everyone's heartbeat says. I love, I love, I love. And as everyone's heartbeat says that, the world fills up with love. The world fills up with each heartbeat like a lake, filling up with the raindrops that fall from the sky. The lake of love can never be too full, and it can never be empty. The whole world is full of love. You are loved. Your family love you. Your friends love you. People all across the world love you. The animals in the fields and the birds in the trees, and even the trees themselves, they all love you too. And we love them back. That is the beautiful thing about love. You can never give too much of it, because it can never run out. Love is like the water in the lake. There will always be more of it. It falls from the sky like rain and keeps us safe and happy. You are safe. You are happy. You are loved. While you're floating through your dreams, whisper your love to the world. Say, I love you, world. And now listen out. Hear the world say it back. The world is saying, I love you. The world is gentle, and you are gentle too. The world is kind, and you are kind too. The world is loved, and you are loved too. The rain loves the ground it falls upon, and the ground loves the grass and trees and flowers that grow up out of it. And the grass loves the animals that walk upon it. And so the animals love the world they wander through, because it is so beautiful. And the whole world loves you. Feel how your body is drifting peacefully upon the gentle lake. Let any worries that may have lingered from the day sail away from your mind. Watch them disappear like a whole host of multicoloured helium balloons being released into the sky. Watch them as they go, as they soar up high. Smaller and smaller they get, smaller and smaller, until they are just little specks in the sky. And then they are gone. You are safe. You are kind. There is nothing to worry about as you drift into sleep, because you are drifting on the lake of love. You are safe. You are happy. You are loved. The world is gentle and you are gentle too. The world is kind, and you are kind too. The world is loved, and you are loved too. Close your eyes, let your eyelids get heavy. Let your limbs get heavy too. Feel your arms and legs falling heavily into your soft and cozy bed. Feel your chest rising and falling with your breathing, rising and falling like the waves on the lake of love. Sleep, little one. You are safe. You are happy. You are loved. There is more love in this world than there are stars in the sky. There is more kindness in this world than there are droplets of water in the entire lake. The world is gentle, and you are gentle too. The world is kind, and you are kind too. The world is loved, and you are loved too. Good night, little one. Sleep tight.